Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another I Can Do It Myself video. Today we are out in the camper trailer and I am working on the heater, which is kind of ironic because it is the middle of August in Phoenix and these are the temperatures. It's 106.9 in the trailer, it's 111 outside in the shade. So I guess that's kind of funny that I'm working on the heater when it's temperatures like that. But on previous camping trips, the heater was failing to ignite. You could hear it turn on, the fan would kick on and start blowing, and then you could hear the igniter sparking. It would go tick, 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 tick. And occasionally you can hear a loud pop, like the gas was trying to ignite, and it almost sounded like the thing was going to explode. It was actually kind of freaking me out. So I knew that I needed to do something about it. My initial thought was the gas line was plugged up and not allowing propane to enter the heater. So I needed to take it apart and see what we were dealing with. Real quick, I'll kind of show a little bit more up close. I've obviously already got it mostly disassembled. Okay, so I removed the panel and this is basically the board. This sits on here on the front. I pulled that out and I just stuck it up here to get it up out of the way. So this is an ATWOOD model 79202. 7920-2. So down here is where you would have the gas coming in. The gas line's tucked to the side. Gas line comes in like that, and there's a regulator right here, and then the gas tube comes and goes into that port right there. The hole, this rectangular hole, is where the igniter goes. So let's go inside where it's not 106 or 111 degrees, and I will show you what the problem was. Okay, so this is the gas valve assembly that I removed out of the heater. Gas line comes in here, and then you have the valves, goes into the burner right there. So that's the nozzle, and that's where the propane comes into. So there's another piece that actually goes on there, and it comes out like that. So that screws on and it clamps everything together. Set that aside. So this is the culprit. You can see the kind of condition that this is in. It's pretty rough. I've already gotten a replacement piece. That's what it's supposed to look like. So that keeps it from working properly. Unfortunately, I won't be able to test this right away because my thermostat only goes up to 90 degrees. So I won't be able to turn it on. The reason why I'm taking care of this now is because I go camping every September in northern Arizona. And while I don't need the heater a lot, I still do use it at night. And I don't want to keep putting it off. So when I took it apart, I found this. And while I have it apart, I was going to go ahead and replace the igniter. And when I got the igniter, when it actually arrived, it arrived like that. So I already contacted them and they are sending me a new one, another new one. So I'm going to have to wait to get it back together. And then also wait another month before I can actually test it. But looking at this piece, I'm pretty sure that's the problem. There was another video that I saw, I'll see if I can stick a link to that in the description, that he was showing a burner that was having the same igniting issues that I was having. It didn't look anywhere near as bad as this one. it was starting to look pretty bad, and like on this edge right here, you could see that it was all cracked and separated, and the igniter that sits down on top of it like this was actually touching the screen. So what he did is he re-angled these just so that he could get it to work temporarily, because he didn't have any of these in stock. So he was able to get it to temporarily work because that person was actually in the cold. Okay, so I got all the parts that I need in order to put the heater back together. Okay, so this is what the assembly looks like all put together. You can see the new piece right here. And we're getting ready to put it back together. So this was the old igniter, and I figured while I have it apart, I might as well replace it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to install is the new igniter and the new seal that's on here. It's not so much a gasket, it seems like it's fiberglass or something like that. But we're going to start with that. Okay, once the igniter's installed, I got to replace this cover. So on this assembly, I have one seal, then there's a plate that goes over, and a second one. Alright, so the gas regulator is back in. Be careful with those seals. They are very, very delicate. Alright, gas line is reconnected. Now, pull this back out. I disconnected 2 wires, and they are different, and they can only connect this one particular way. So I disconnected the igniter and the gas valves. So this tool comes in real handy when getting into tight spaces. And on the side, you can change the bits out, put whatever screwdriver bit in there that you want. Put whatever bit you want in there. I have a 1/4 inch nut drive in there. So make sure that I turn the switch back on, the reset switch. I also pulled the fuse. Even though it's off on the thermostat, I just wanted to make sure. I also bought these clips because the one on the heater cover was broken. Well, there we go. It's put back together. Unfortunately, I won't be able to test it for another 3 weeks when I go camping, because my thermostat only goes up to 90 degrees and it's 106 right now, so I can't get it to kick on. So I guess I will test it then, and I will get back at you with a follow-up to make sure it worked. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more I Can Do It Myself videos.